had to kind of try running this a second time because it left me before it. And for some reason, is it me or does it look a little bit foggy? Mostly near the bottom half, which, I guess it's okay. I do and don't want to just hold it. I kind of do want it a bit closer than this, so I guess I'll put this over here. Yes, there's that interesting shadow behind me, though. It's the only thing it is put over the cord for. Okay, that might actually work, as long as I don't move things around too much. Which I sort of was planning to do, actually. I was wanting to continue working on organizing stuff on the couch here, but so here to chat, here to do music, perhaps. I'm pretty sure I checked to make sure that I had the chat turned to show, setting to show messages, but now I'm sure I do. Um, I think what's it is, but then I think it's got with that. So that maybe, but we'll see. And then we made some progress. We have, and that was moved there because I was going to try and get to the plug, but then I decided that I could still do it either way. Yeah, I don't know. Anyway, stuff we could talk about when we get viewers. So if you're seeing this after it's posted, you're welcome to skip ahead to get to the content or watch some of my other videos where maybe I jump into it a bit quicker, either because I have my own thoughts already kind of at least somewhat thought of, or because people tune in fast. I mean, I think there's been people there just under 5 minutes, but there's somebody there now too, so that's really great and cool. And I appreciate you being here. There's been some regulars lately, so I'm definitely hoping to see some of them. Although one of them already was watching one of mine and then somebody else's. So, but you did kind of surprise me and come and comment afterwards, which was nice. Because like a lot of times it's more in the live chat, like I say, so with people in general. So um, actually, so there's been a couple people that have done that, 2 or 3 people that I'm familiar with. So, but yeah, other than that, um, but if she may be back home now for the day. So it's got a busy week coming up, but so I'm not sure if I hear from her much then. But yeah, I'm just gonna wait till the people are here. Oh, that's right, because I did. So just kind of multitasking until we get kind of into chatting. Um, yeah, I just wanted to check something kind of really quickly as well. I'm gonna, and then yeah. So yeah, like I say, viewers and people who wish to comment will especially make this interesting. But every now and then, I think of something to say on my own. I mean, it's not like I struggle that much, but we lost that person. They're like, I didn't want to comment. I just wanted to watch. Actually, part of me wants to be scrolling this video too, but even though, like I mentioned in the first one of the year, um, because yeah, we were like quarter to 12 last night. Even though I mentioned in that one, but then when I start to say a thought, I feel like I want to continue saying it, but part of me wants to wait for someone to be here hearing it, especially like say if I don't have a lot of other ones, you know, readily. But it wasn't everything to see, but it sort of was, or it could have been. So maybe I do want this here. I don't know. I mean, you can't see much about that. Okay, good. Came back without any difficulties, and I didn't have to. Even come in, so it's weird. But my back. Yeah, because I'm moving around too much to have it on the couch next to me. Uh, Seems like the pillows. I think this pillow that I have behind me right now is just too big. But these cushions on this couch, it's getting kind of old, but it's still in fairly good condition. But the worst thing about it is they slide a lot. Does it matter if I have other cushions on them, or and sometimes just sitting on them for a while and they move around, and then the other cushions fall behind them, and I don't know. Some people, I mean, can certainly say that this is a firm cushion I have behind my back at the moment, but it's almost too much so. But the other side of it seems a little bit softer for some reason. So I think I've got it good now. It's a little bit chilly too, but anyway. Don't mind me as I settle into it. I've not usually noticed that. I guess it's not usually the one I have behind me. This might be alright. Might want this here, so I'll put it here. Doesn't quite cover that. But a bigger one might, but it might look funny as well. And I mean, it is, like I say, kind of a cool shadow, but also might be distracting. Or people think that, but even this one's not really covering it that much, so it is what it is. Kind of a cool, it almost looks like a halo tonight. This is a bit, looks like its own shadow though. I'm sorry. There, now I got it. Yeah, that kind of looks like a halo. Okay, I'm cool with that. In an intelligent way. Not so much, what the heck? Not so much. The video games away. Okay, so now I just need the people here, and let's do it. Let's do this thing. Yeah, I'm going to wait till there's people here to talk to. Or at least be listening. It's only 8 o'clock, but it feels later. Did I? Oh, okay. Right. Okay. So yeah, you keep trying to. I mean, it's not like it's that hard, but I don't always. It takes a bit of suggestions sometimes before I can think of before I decide on a song I'd like to do. But we can certainly. Okay. I'm gonna put these all in the same one so I can have one less bottle kicking around. It does have more on that one, but just by a little bit. Oh, look, I was looking to take it right. I didn't see it, but I think it was too big. I have a check since. Don't remember. So I'm taking leave it on the couch. Oh. If you couldn't tell, it's late at night, so it's taking her slow. It used to depend how I sit, but it certainly. You might say, "Can you do something about that light?" Like what Sage did, though. And I mean, I could try if asked. Why am I seeing that twice? Oh, because I think oh, right, because opening the right. So that's what we just watched. Yes, I do not need to gain. It's not needed even anymore, but I don't want to have the radio on for song ideas, but I finally got these cushions positioned well, and viewers can do the same thing and both position cushions behind themselves. On the skin and sounds just. And I don't know. I don't know what I'd hear there, and I don't know if I want to get up and adjust it frequently for whatever reason. So, better just to kind of. I have this as a little bit of background noise, which I'm not even sure if you can hear. But as long as you can hear me, and maybe able to have a nice chat, and maybe also just the music. That's really the main thing. Was it Nixie? I guess so. So, yeah. Happy to chat, happy to do some music, happy to move the phone if the weird shadow light thing, whatever you want to call that. It's kind of cool though in some ways. Oh wow, one flat water fell behind the other one. They both went into a bar, and it made the empty one because yeah, a couple floating out here. Kind of jut off the couch, but it didn't. It didn't. I guess I caught it before it hit the floor because I didn't pick it up from the floor. So amazing, isn't it? That's one thing I will, I think, mention though. I mean, it might make sense to mention it if a certain couple of people tune in because you were sort of talking about it. But um, I found a movie we were talking about. I didn't know I did actually say that had. I felt that I probably did own it, and it was sitting underneath the coffee table. Um, um, and I really think I might watch it. Not necessarily today, and I don't know you, but tonight feels kind of late, especially for that kind of movie. But back this one. Perfect, perfect. Hi, Mark. How are you? Good evening and Happy New Year. Thank you. I know. They're just sometimes so skittish. Yep, pretty much. Putting on my socks. Socks. I said like socks. I wanted to make sure you know what I said. It is nice to have it over there. That's not in view, but it's a little bit far, unless I'm sitting like right here, and I could, but I have a couple things over here. Plus, I bought it early here, and I like to kind of multitask a little bit, so. Put lotion on. Yeah, I kind of am, but it's not much past eight, so it's too early for bed. So, and I was doing some other things, but there was somebody else there for a moment, but they already left. But and just a moment. But kind of was feeling like doing a stream, and wasn't needing to do anything hugely important otherwise. So here I am to be here for those who might tune in. So to chat, to support, to do music, and yeah. So I always love how you do those things for us. Yeah, and I always love doing them for you. So um, yeah, that wasn't it. I wonder what I should do next. What was it again? Chatting, supporting. music, right, right. So, okay. It does work. No, no, yeah, it does. It's Friday, and then so weekend. But for the scrollers, I am gonna add this. Guess I don't need to pin it yet because it's right there, but I think I'll wait to. I'll know that I'll need, if I need to, I will. And the need, I'll notice it sooner on the cell phone because it's weird. I thought that it showed more comments at once, but I guess because once goes into the fourth line, I don't know. I thought but it looks like I'd have to scroll them. But I've seen them already, so that's fine. But yeah. Hmm. So if it gets one or two more, which I'm thinking and hoping it will, then I'll pop it there. Even though I can, it's just fine here. So still lots of room on the bigger screen. So. But you know what? I'm gonna pin now just so that's done. I guess I'm kind of feeling quiet unless you say something else. Happy to chat. Give music. Not sure what I need support with anything. I feel like maybe, but there's nothing coming to right to the front of mind. That's fine. If anything comes to mind, let me know. And otherwise, yeah, looking forward to some chat topics and maybe doing some music. So sounds good to you. Good. There's another person there for a moment. Guess it didn't sound so great to them. Yeah, that other phone died. I sort of want to be scrolling lives, but like I say, you never know what you're going to see, and that's part of the fun of it. And sometimes you see people you're familiar with, it can be a really enjoyable thing to do. But yeah, you never know what you're going to scroll on to, and not everything is as what's the matter? Let's just take another picture of it, Rob. Anyway. So, I mean, it won't go as far as to say normal because I mean, I'm not always that. I think it is Russian. All of a sudden, I mean, I am and I'm not. So, probably not sometimes. Drinking the water. I don't know why it's showing me two messages though. It's kind of odd. Second, I'm afraid the word geek this evening. Praise, whatever you want to call it. This is something I sort of want to look at, but it's kind of got a tab icon that stands out. Well, it's right at the bottom anyway, so it's fine. I understand. I was talking about. What was I talking about? Something on this page that I was looking at. How quickly like I say it, it made sense in the moment, and already I've forgotten. My memory is the chat of that other one. Right, right. I thought I was holding it in a certain spot for later, but no, not really. I mean, yeah, that would mean I'd carry this could run a bit longer, but so what? Not that much longer, and I really wouldn't be looking at that bag much, so it's fine. Doesn't look like anybody's watching at the moment. Um, and that could be inaccurate, but she isn't. But rather, Mark isn't saying that he's still here, and but I think could very likely be back shortly. This doesn't usually leave so abruptly, but maybe he had to plug in phone or something. Yeah, so it's cold tomorrow, and I've already put the bed with, so she's returned, so she did. Oh, well, that's not super recently. Was this something last time? Right, but I can only get that there, and then. I'm thinking, I mean, we probably would be okay for another day or two on the but. And once we run out, then, he would agree that we should order that as soon as possible. But I don't really need my spending money for that much other than, you know, food things. I mean, seriously. And the rest goes to bills, but not in cash. So, I mean, it's always good to have cash around, though. And I did find it. If anybody's seeing this and wondering if I found that, the 20s I was looking for, that I had um, randomly placed, uh, not where I should have, I did. So, and I'd rather be watching the thing I was watching. Kind of quiet and boring now. But we're not that far in, so it's okay. Man, if I would have known that nobody was going to be here during this section, but when I didn't, maybe medium, but I'm not psychic. and 2. It's not that far in. It kind of is, it kind of isn't. But I don't feel a super strong need yet, though. But I would have run upstairs quickly and taken care of something. But let's have a lot. Sorry if that sense. What are we trying to do? Feel happiness. It's only 8:30. I never done that much. I don't know. I understand, but being a little not normal is pretty normal. Yeah, I would mostly agree with that. um, if you need to, then do. Will enjoy upon return to the street. So I might do that then. I'm just worried about others that may tune in, while I'm away and think there's nothing happening. Or, you get a better view of this and I don't know. I don't even know. It is the tree. And you know what's interesting actually? I'm just noticing now, probably noticed before, there's a street light out there. And it's kind of shining on our window and we've got plants and we've got the trees in the yard and such. But there's that light spot on the window and I'm thinking that's what that must be. So I don't know why it says there's a retracted message there, but not here. But anyway. Just adding something to the comments. Um, okay, and thanks for letting me know, by the way. Yeah, I think it does too. That's what I was very briefly there, I thought. Okay, let's go do that quickly. Ooh, baby. Well, it's true. Farmers use handkerchiefs. That is true. Although she's not a farmer. So, she got it from a farmer. And that red stuff doesn't burn much as it sometimes does either for some reason. Anyway. Oh, it doesn't look like much stuff here. Did say couldn't stay long, even though I was pretty much saying that people would enjoy it when I got back. So where are they? Well, first step is they have to be here, and then they can enjoy it. There seems to be something I said to done recently in these. And just like that. Now, I wish I had a bunch of things to say. I kind of, no pressure or anything, but if you can help that along, I'd love it. There was something. Oh, right. And then it was like, but wait a minute, I have something. But just as I said that, just before they were already off and running. Like, oh, I'll use that as my easy escape. No, I mean, nobody really said some really nice things. Rebecca about the love of piano playing, and but I don't play classical, so that takes that completely out of the options. Um, that was G. Didn't realize that actually because I was on the screen when it was playing in the background. That's true, but then showed him playing it. Because the other thing about the flute, surprisingly, at the same time. But and then just said that the channel's really cool. So that was appreciated. You hear that, people? The channel's cool. Get here. Hurry. Don't all get here at once, though, eh? I wish I had some song ideas. I could just do music. My arthritis and neuropathy. It was really bad for those few days, and then it's not been all that noticeable. It's weird. And it's not bad now. I don't know if I was to start to play one of the instruments, if I think so. Like, I do think that I get sensations a lot more quickly, I guess. Like, I was outside very briefly to bring out the recycling earlier tonight. And it is cold. It is cold. But so I didn't really, I was in shorts because I wear those in the house so I don't get too warm. And I had a hoodie on. But I didn't really, my legs weren't covered. And it just had, not like butts completely open, but like sandals that, you know, are not as enclosed as shoes, right? And I got back, and the bottom of my legs were quite chilly. That at first when I stepped out, I was like, oh, it's actually fairly decent out. But I'd only been out for a few seconds, right? Then I come back in, and it's like, but they warmed up fast or whatever, but not as fast as you would think they should, like about 15, 20 minutes. But that's, again, the sensitivities because of the neuropathy, I think, and, whatever else, so. Well, there was two people here long enough to hear that. It may not have been the most interesting thing, I understand, but doesn't mean you had to go anywhere. I'm almost wanting to watch some live. I can't scroll them as easily on here, but I can watch them. Yeah, I better not move that around too much, because, there we are. I knew that the laptop cord was kind of in the way of that, but I couldn't figure it out. And then I accidentally pulled the wrong cord. She is and she had it set to premiere at this time, like ahead of time somehow. Anytime I've done that, which is rare, it's been unintentional. So I don't want to interrupt her as she's just kind of starting hers. Who is this? Don't recognize him. A bass player. That sounds slightly familiar, but otherwise, don't recognize. But yeah, I do love bass, though. Who's with me? It's all about that bass, no trouble. It's all about that bass, no trouble. All about that bass, I don't think I want to. And I don't know if treble's all that bad either, but I don't know if it's supposed to sound something else. I always thought it was supposed to sound like no trouble, but I'm not sure why it would say that, so maybe I'm wrong. But no trouble's always a good thing, right? I really should be looking through all the million tabs I already have open. But I feel like being social right now, and I mean, yeah, there was somebody, and that actually kind of made me feel it more. And now there's nobody here to continue that with. I'm trying to remember who this is. And Nick Johnson, for that matter, too. Who's that? But yeah, welcome to chat, and I can do music, but you left, so whatever. Oh, ooh. Okay. That was kind of odd. Okay, so I do remember who this is. And you know what? I've been thinking more about this one, and it's odd. I agree with that one person that said something. Um, to keep the chat rolling while you're trying to sleep, I'd be wondering what are the people talking about. Just simply curiously, what is? Oh, it's weird that he's showing as being live even though I haven't hit that. What are they talking about? What am I missing? What am I going to have to catch up on later? So I couldn't do it. It's nice that he leaves it there for them to continue chatting, but I think they can find other things to do, or other chats to have, or wait till next time. I mean, and when I tuned into him just now, I mean, yeah, it doesn't go here, but no, that feature seems to be a bit wonky, and that's annoying, but whatever. When I tuned into him just now, he kind of had like his hands behind his head, and he was like face down in a pillow, and I thought something was going on at first. As soon as I asked, "Is he okay?" he lifts his head up and looks at the screen. So, but yeah, that's odd to me. Who's this? It's another sleeping stream. I don't know if I recognize this person. I don't get why that's so. I guess some people that don't live with somebody or don't have a partner or whatever, there's some sort of comfort they get from it, maybe, from knowing somebody is there. Thing is, you don't know who. I've been seeing Cheeseark a lot lately. It is a new year. I don't remember where I started to. Is Thomas here? New year, and he's got a new mirror, and it's a little bit somewhat distracting. I'm hoping that this is. If it is, I can. Isn't rather. If it is, I can move the cell phone and not have it behind me. But him having it kind of looks cool too. Him having a mirror behind him and he's moving things. And at first I thought it was his dog moving behind him. I mean, I'm not even now everything yet, so. Excuse me. There's some names I don't recognize here. Like, they may have been people I subscribed to while scrolling. Oh, okay, yeah, I recognize this guy now. Subscribed to while scrolling, and then didn't really process the channel name. Although usually I have an eye for detail, and I will look at that. This I don't like. Oh, right. But I don't know if he speaks English. I like his vibe, but I don't know if he speaks English. I did not put this back there. I'll put this back there. And I'll put this here. I don't know what I think lipstick. Or the eyebrows doesn't matter. That's just a really odd title. It's weird. Don't know. But I would say that was something the vitamins helped with too, actually. Once it gets to be like 9:30, it'll probably be getting pretty close to when I'll wrap this up, and maybe I'll move it over. Some maybe I should put it up here. If I'm done when I'm done doing what I'm randomly kind of browsing around on the computer doing, then that might be a good time to do it. Or I could put it here. And I mostly think it's an okay idea. There are people that watch it afterwards sometimes. I mean, that's why another reason why it's important to do the first part with Raw. Unless I say, like I say, the whole skip part, then they might do that. But yeah, they're probably not usually me in the whole thing. Although I have done some short ones recently, so. I'm so bored. So bored. I am so bored. He is so bored. And a snowboard. And a snowboard. I don't know. Sometimes, yeah. I mean, I'm saying this far, and I don't honestly know if anybody would hear it. Although I did say the stuff I just said a moment ago. Sometimes I have more ideas. Sometimes I don't. I did kind of have a couple, though. One is... I want to wait till there's somebody here to do either of them, though. Whoa. Whoa, what do I say? She did say that she's good at taking compliments now. She didn't used to be. But somebody just tuned in, so I'll focus on this and try and look away from my lovely friend here for a moment. So I did have a couple of ideas. Okay, you left, whatever. But at least it looks like you have. If you haven't, let me know. I think it's really weird for it to indicate that you were there for a few seconds and then say you're not, even if you are. But, I guess it was traditionally get, you know what. What is volume? Yes, I think it might be.
There's so much music out there, it's hard to keep up. I got my steak now. Like, put me on, put me on.
That's a way to say it too. Great to see you. You look like summer now.
Curtains next to carpet. No, I don't have carpet. Why do I want to ask me for God? This is the most relevant subject. 24 to 25. Yeah, you did miss me singing, but it's okay. I'll sing. Good luck on your live stream. Oh, Lord. Why are people asking me that? Lame as fuck. Obviously, this is my natural hair color. To Andrew, that's so. I see. I don't even. I don't even know the subject. Tell you the water that I used to
I'm sorry, what?
drink. How much? How much? Put a price on it. No. Hello?
Yours isn't that deep.
Well, it's warm. It's not cold. Thank God. You have a BBL? No. And never will do that in my life. Anything for me? How much? Let me drain your account. No. I'm just kidding. Oh my God.
I mean, that's what I could do. I just don't really play anything on a music player. You just put headphones on. I've done it before to somebody's playlist, but music playlist. I should look and
You know
see.
who I miss who passed away is Draco. R.I.P. Draco! That man was funny. We literally have so much fun rapping. Alright, I gotta get started. Yeah, we've been on here for an hour and we had 20 likes. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much. I'm gonna play
Very
that,
pretty.
what's that song next? Let me just.
Well, she's just doing that now. Somebody was asking about that ages ago.
Playing me, bro. Okay, thank you,
I don't like that.
Ashley.
I don't even-
You've detected video from your stream belonging to what? Don't tell me it's that new completely. What is that? Detected video from your stream belonging. Oh, it was when I showed the music video. Dang, I can't even show the video with no like audio. That's crazy. That's crazy. Wow.
I don't really touch on him either.
Yeah, oh man, what a big win. Happy New Year.
And some people are so forward. They think somebody's wearing something.
You better run with that, literally.
They think somebody's wearing certain something that they can.
You want to be my 13th
I mean, I do and don't agree. But if you find out that they don't, please get to ask. And a lot of people don't know who's saying it.
No, no, you literally just saying I'm playing. Excuse me. Thank you. I like that. I'm gonna tell y'all something right now. Like, I love y'all, but please don't spam the freaking chat. Just random ads. I am working on my little skies, but no, but I'm writing it down. Writing it down. Dang, I can't even show y'all a music video. It's literally on YouTube.
Yeah, because it's on YouTube.
YouTube don't discount. No, like that makes so weird to say. Yeah, I did say I can take compliments better home. Because I used to be like so shy. I would be like, oh my god, thank you. And now I'm just like, thank you. Because at some point I had to compliment. I love the underground music scene. Give me all the underground music. My number? You can't get my number from my Instagram. You can like you don't feel like living, baby. There is always a reason. You gotta read between the lines. Yep, I do that. Thank you. Thank you. It appears that I love you. No, no, I love y'all too, family. I've learned that people can get obsessed with my energy and that people can get addicted to like my personality. Not even just my looks, my personality too. Like, but if y'all don't do no weird shit, I would fucking do just as stuff if you fucking me. Ain't no thing. Ain't no thing. If you're talking about the devil, this is not.
Oh, that's interesting that you said that.
Right. Thank you. Alright,
Nice,
I think
sweet.
we need to start
Alright, sure. Beating around that.
I look like a DJ, huh? Put me on the spin table. I have no idea how to do that.
Yeah, but
Okay,
good music.
let this finish playing. Need a little bit more shit.
It's a weird number. Why?
I'm gonna call you later. Maybe I'm alive. I just got text. In 1 hour.
Can't believe some people think that she's a man. She's in a
Oh my god.
tight white tank top. I mean,
I might have to go y'all in an hour. It's almost 2 hours and we're gonna start doing it. Listen. I know, I know. I know. I'm your new bed.
Is it weird that I love?
Deep voice on the shark online is not
Is it weird that I low key love you?
I am religious, yes. Not heavily, but I am Christian.
Enough to feel that you have some support from a higher entity that isn't usually around.
No. You said, come on. This thing just auto started playing Bryson Tiller no. Is that a sign? Is
Just
that
I
a
feel like I'm
sign?
with somebody when it's quiet.
Thank you. You wasted. I'm trying to get like you one more. No, I'm kidding. I have time to go. No, it's don't let Reggie. I was supposed to call him last night, but he was like, I'm out with the boys. Give me your phone. I was like, man, I'm not giving you, bro. I'm not forcing you. So he gonna text me and say, can I call you now? Sure. You can do. Can you? When I tell y'all nowadays, I am the definition of dumb people on kids. People don't do what they want to do. If you want to be around me, if you want to be in my life, you have to. Now, that's not to say that I don't give to relationships or friendships. I'm in a point in my life where I just want to see. And to be really honest,
If she's
like
a boy, she looks better than half your girlfriends,
I feel
half
like
your
it's
house
selfish
girlfriend.
as I'm older. And so the less I give, the more I'm gonna receive because it's kind of like a balancing scale. When I was so focused on giving everything to so many people and helping people out, when I wasn't helping myself out first, like I was nowhere where I wanted to be, and there was a lot of time that I wasted. But now that I'm enjoying being selfish and confident and kind of being an asshole to people, like you gotta enjoy the ride or just get off at the next stop.
I'm watching, see if anybody comes in, but
Bryson did already. He canceled on me? Nah.
somebody's
It
really
wasn't a
hearting it up.
plan. It wasn't like we planned to be
Or
on
hit
the
on you
road.
again. So they don't necessarily mean,
I
but
just said, because he
that's
just
what that
texted me.
means to me.
He texted me
It's
something. I
simple.
was just like, alright, bet. Like, I could
It's
call
amazing
you,
how
but
people ask her if she's trans.
like, he was just like, I'm not with you. And I was like, alright.
Things are just a bit quiet, so I was watching something, but if you'd like to chat, feel free to come into the chat and let me know. And if you're distracted by this cool thing, why are you cheating? Okay, relax.
I don't be tripping, because, like, whatever is supposed to happen in my life is just gonna happen.
Well,
I
that's true,
might
whether
get
we
crazy about it.
understand it or not.
Yeah.
Where's his
I
name?
was born and raised in Washington,
Deeper than
but
usual.
I am in Jersey. Let's see if I can get Pennsylvania. Thank you. Man, when I was insecure though, like I've been a bitch before. Like I've been crazy.
I don't think that
But
those two usually go together, but I guess I'm wrong.
I can take certain stuff personally, but I feel like it's just because I'm like hypersensitive to disrespect, especially if it's like
Yeah.
I don't know what to say. Especially if it's indirect disrespect, it's like, oh, you didn't think I was gonna clock that? Like, no. I'm gonna clock it every time, but I'm just trying to be happy. I'm trying to be lit. And not like lit like drunk or high all the time, but just like high on the
Mwah.
faith, knowing that God is gonna take care of me and they're gonna get it. Thank you, no problem, because I be a homebody, I be in my bed, I be in my room, I be eating to myself. God, shit, I might not even start my nails till I get off my freaking. Let me answer this text real quick. And I'm at the point in my life. And I'm at a point in my life where
Yeah, single.
I'm being brutally honest. If I tell someone I'm dating for 2 months, this will be. If I don't want to date you at all, this will be. Like, I don't want to lie about nothing or be sneaky about nothing, but I am enjoying being single right now. When did you get released? Fuck you.
That was way up there.
Fuck you. Free friendly here. Cheat on that man. I ain't do nothing on this I. Thank you. Um, you expect me to accept you taking care of me and stuff, an hour from now? Please don't call me a friend. I need to keep track. Because I'm gonna be on the line and not trying to get off. Okay. Next in the queue. With that, I point out five.
I'm looking forward to this.
And the more of my goofy self, like the more I'm not afraid to be myself, like the more people really invest in me stuff. And I am so grateful to be in this space of where I'm at right now because it's such a surreal feeling to not feel like I have to hide parts of myself or feel myself. But I really be lit, like I really be happy, and I didn't understand that people only judge me in the past for being the way I am, for being so goofy and lighthearted, because they let life burden me. And I'm not gonna say I ain't been through nothing, life hasn't burdened me to an extent, but you have to laugh through long. If you don't laugh about your life, if you don't take it a little bit unserious, you are going to be depressed. Like, and I'm not trying to do that.
Interesting.
You giving me a song from 14 years ago? Man, hey, I'm not gonna judge. Oh, thank you, volleyball for life. I used to play volleyball. Okay, let me find
See that?
I might not start my nails till I'm actually off the mat because
Okay.
I'm talking to you. I give WNBA vibes. Thank you. I did play basketball
Her
growing up.
chat's so much busier.
Didn't
I mean, she deserves it too, but I mean, some guys are really just flirting with her. But
paint my wall. That's encouraging. Oh, what kind of nail design? I'm trying to do a mocha French here. that's super cute. Not the yellow. I would not.
Way too long.
Ew. 38 likes in an hour and a half. Dang. Yeah. I'm not gonna be them that long because I don't have long nails. Literally, I need to buy some on Amazon. I don't know why I bought short nails. Like I feel better now. I didn't want to waste like long nails. Now they're my whole nail. It's not my birthday. So I need to buy long nails since I know about those. They're like I need to start drilling though right now. And then I'm gonna get off around 9, y'all. But I also wanted to do these. I don't know. Aren't these? There's like the open frames too, and there's like the white line. I wanted that. There's so many choices I want to do. I'm not used to being. I am.
I don't know why anyone would think she is.
My dad will call me. Mom, dad are coming. You have a whole setup, yes, dude. When I realized you could save so much money doing your own nails, I was like, and I've been paying, but I haven't got my nails done since, like, they used to be $50, $60 per set. Now that they be 100, but that's because you put the tools and
Just gonna quickly grab something from just over there, not very far. I noticed somebody just tuned in. If you find this distracting, I can move the device so that it's not behind me, which would be what would make sense, I guess. And yes, it was so nice of me. Why'd you have to go run it off already? Ugh. 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 I wonder if people might just think weird of it anyways. Maybe I'll just leave this over here. It's a little bit of a change of pace. I guess it does show either the shadow at this time of day or the shelf a little bit, but not much. Not much. Oh. Oh. I can at least see the indicators at the top. It is true that I have to be sitting a bit closer to read the comments. It was the slightly bigger phone I was using earlier, G's phone he let me borrow, but otherwise I'm not really sure
extra design.
how
That
I.
makes
I
sense.
guess I'm usually sitting here like
After
this.
Effects make good money. And I'm trying to be on that. That's why I'm doing press-ons. Like, the only reason I'm doing press-ons is because I really
If
want to
anybody
do
is
like
watching up to this
six
point and
months with
recognizes this
friends that
person,
might
I'm hoping
like
she won't mind. If she does mind, I'll privatize this video later. There really wasn't that much in it,
I don't
you
want
know.
people being like, I don't like it, I want to
Because she's
refund.
posting, of course, but
If you're
she might
buying
not want to.
something
But I was just bored.
and you're seeing
Somebody else had been here chatting with me. I would have focused on
something
that.
off to you, like, there's no
So,
reason to like, if you bought a sizing kit, if you measured your own nails, there should not be too much of a reason for you to want to refund. The only reason I would want a refund is if the only reason I would accept you wanting a refund is if like the nails break off your nails like pretty
but
soon.
yeah, the good stuff this year needs to come
Because I want to
like
still
quick.
do
I mean,
like
it already is
press-ups
with some
and
great
like
chats.
files
The New Year's Eve and a little
whenever
bit
I want
today,
to. But
especially the
we're
one
gonna
long
see
one I
how it's
did.
gonna go.
Otherwise, I only did a short one, but
How it's gonna go,
it's doing
but
well. I mean, yeah, a
we
couple
leave
nice
that up to
chats.
God. If it's not for me, then
Couple
it's
more
not
go
for me.
there.
I well, I am doing shorter nails. I have shorter nail tips, so I can't even do long nails anymore. Happy New Year to you as well.
I think she just went live. She's a bit of a. She's social, like a lot of us are, but let's kind of
I mean,
do it in
I
a
can see it though.
quiet, like an online paced way. I'm really not much of a chip eater. He's just popping them in. But he keeps figures, that's me. Don't see it very father, but nice shape. Just let it be and enjoy.
I gotta stay on my life, man. I'll be sure to join your live one of these days, though. If you need to be selfishly cheer, yes. If you need someone to confirm that, yes, because honestly, life does kind of get a little better. And I'm not talking selfish to the point where we don't help other people or we're hella arrogant. Like, there's a balance, but being selfish is okay because people that give so much sometimes never see that back. And I don't want to grow resentment for people or anything in my life because I'm giving too much, you know? Thank you. I appreciate it. Alright, you're already wilding. Like, why are you in all caps? You just, you seem like the type to fucking smash the keyboard. You gotta go. All caps out the
That's
gate.
not me she's talking about. Oh, okay, I see who it is though.
You look like the type to smash.
Who's our stunning? Okay, they're talking about the nails. Never mind.
Mm-hmm. Alright, red rose petals, guys. Mm. Another artist I love that I haven't listened to in a while, Black.
Black?
He's showing problems right here.
Never heard of it.
But his
This
stuff
usually
is
drops
dope.
so fast. I know it hasn't been up here for very long,
Showing
but like
love,
all night,
going
not
at it,
used,
so
but
don't
on,
let it
not doing anything on
start.
it
Let
for
it
sure,
start.
and it well, it didn't. At
Showing
least G
that,
wasn't. I
that,
mean, I'd complained if
showing
I was,
that
but that would have
you
been really hard for him, of course, and Sonny.
know, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 ooh, yeah, yeah.
I should watch this back. I feel like I've missed some stuff because I've been kind of paying attention to this, and I just feel like I have. Yeah, that I'd watch this back and see it there. Cassava cake.
You know, I'm not really a fan of those guys. I should know when y'all sent me that.
Little
Mm.
guys. Tell me guys, tell me sweet little guys.
Flat big back ass. Like, can you start, bitch, or what? I need mass so I don't like inhale this acrylic. Yeah, I'm not into this. I'm not into little skies for real. This thing sounds like a toy too. I'm not even gonna lie. Bro, little skies just sound like I wanna be. That's just what I
That sounds like my mother's having fun to me, but I had a good time.
think.
Good lie.
Going out getting old.
I guess because you said you was going to do that later.
Trying to
And
look
he
back,
said why, and
going
it
out
seemed
getting
to fit
old.
into the evening, but I don't know
Getting
exactly
old, getting old, getting old, getting old, like, yeah. Showing you my love, you
why.
showing I was getting old, yeah, yeah. Let me try that right there. That nigga is getting old.
Not bad, but I don't know what it
It's
is.
getting
And
old.
she's not
Working with
singing very,
we don't
very
getting
powerfully.
old. Getting old. I take one in love, now we getting through. Getting through. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Getting old. Getting old. Getting old, so pray when it's getting cold. I take one headache of love, now we getting through.
Well, then
Getting
it's just the tip
through.
breaks off, but that's
Ooh,
what it is.
yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Getting through, getting through. Ooh, yeah, yeah. It's been so long I heard this, I almost forgot. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Ooh, yeah, yeah. Now we getting through, getting through. Let me
Hold the
well,
pillow and say my
where
name.
you wanna go? I can put you on game, teach you everything you didn't know. Yeah, first time, but we only getting old, getting old. I take one day alive, now we getting through, getting
How do
through.
you know that it's Kate when it's totally a
Where you
woman?
wanna go?
You see his songs.
I can tell that you open and spoken and running shit that you didn't know. I can show you something, my love never ends. I can show you something, my love never ends. Ooh, yeah. You should prepare. I said,
And I'd like to engage a little bit if only anybody was here. So that's why I'm still rolling.
I said, one day you know, now we getting through, getting through.
She mostly seems to ignore those comments, but
This is why I don't wear curlies. I should just shake it off. I'm just gonna take some off. Low key high key. I'm gonna play Hollywood again. Just cause that shit is so nice. Hollywood by Shoreline Mafia. Oh, Hollywood by Polo G. That was gonna search hard. These niggas did this on this song.
a little bit like Christine actually, which
Smoking, drinking,
is just
smoking.
awkward to notice, like a young one, or like Christine makes it notice it better.
Y'all are so lame asking the same ass fucking question. I'm like this close to just ignoring all the comments at this point.
That's a great. That's a great line. I have to memorialize this, even if it's just deep into the video. Never see it again. It's like they live under a rock instead of under a rock, or we live under rock stars. And they make it work for them.
Alicia, no keys.
All the things they want to do.
I guess.
She's like, you're like, dude, go look up Nelly Furtado. I look nothing like her. It's like when I said, did I look like Frankie Ocean? No,
Even
no,
if I was trained to get, like, I feel like y'all wouldn't ask if I wasn't fine as fuck. Like, you know, I'm none of that.
and you can't think Prince of Chad, so.
The worst day I've ever been on? I don't know. Niggas don't even take motherfuckers on dates no more.
Barb, John, and he's, the club, the thing we ran at the club.
You said it's like they live under rocks while some of us under rock stars. That was clean. Thank you. Worst day I've ever been on? See, I don't. Oh, I guess a bowling day. I'm not, only because I'm not a fan of bowling, but I wasn't gonna try and ruin the night. Take me to Denny's, nigga. How are you not even gonna ask if I like Denny's? I'm not even a fan like that. See, y'all be fucking up. You need to ask. I'm playing Shoreline. I'm just gonna run back to Mandy House with the thing too. I'm sorry, I don't want to go to Denny's. Mafia, Shoreline and the thing. Mafia. My favorite color is green. Mafia, Shoreline and the thing. Mafia, Shoreline and the thing.
I was I pasting that when I meant to post in there.
Oh my gosh, my friend doesn't even know my hair's gonna be straight. I swear, I haven't straightened my hair in like probably 3 years or more. You gonna get on the phone and be like, oh my god, who is this? Look, I look like I need some lotion. That's all from my nose.
You
And
realize
while y'all
it's
are
such a game
here,
part.
go listen to my new. The first song for my EP. The other two are coming out tomorrow. And I'm not a producer, so it doesn't have professional sound quality. But if you get the point, you get the point. Like, and I was kind of wanting to just get it over with. I'd be so tired of mixing shit. Like, it doesn't matter what I do. It doesn't sound what I want it to do. You check me out on Spotify. I have my link tree in my description.
Sorry, I was just, things were a little bit quiet after some of this transpired, and I was just a little bit bored, but I'm able to roll for a bit longer, so, and the device isn't dropping its level too quickly. So yeah, I'm happy to, I was just kind of multitasking and laughing at some of the thing, in some ways, laughing at some of the things these guys are saying to this, girl I've been, kind of seeing her content. This one sounds kind of odd too, though, because it's like, you're such a dude. Even though I don't know why people would think that she's at all a dude. But and she's not that bothered. Well, she isn't. She isn't. A lot of people are doing it, and I think part of it is they're seeing other people do it, so they're thinking, oh, might as well. I guess it's okay. I don't know, but she's very relaxed about it for the most part, and I think in a way that's a good way to kind of kind of react. So um, just going to quickly type something kind of interesting and random. We've got two of you here. Feel free to put comments. They can be interesting and random as long as they're kind, and maybe I'm already familiar with you, although I think the like might come quicker. But no, sometimes the comments come first. Um, scenes. But anyone remember him in the... I was just having an interesting memory from an old sitcom. Do you have a favorite sitcom? Favorite TV? Yeah, let's stick with that theme. Those are usually fairly, some of them a little bit quite silly, but usually fairly kosher for the most part. I know G is really against Seinfeld. It says it try again, but it's like he probably wouldn't like it. He's like he finds them all really obnoxious and boring, and yeah. Um, I mean, they're supposed to be goofs. That's what their characters are. But I don't know. I'd say that they really, you know, annoy me to the point that I wouldn't watch them. You know. Um, I know quite a few sitcoms, but there's definitely probably some I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's any that I dislike. Not really. I don't want to get like I don't remember exactly the details of this one particular celebrity and that. And I didn't mind it. I've never heard it called Diddy. Anyway, I don't mind it, but or I didn't mind it back in the day. Roseanne, and then it was the Connors later on, was kind of okay. I'm just also going to go back to my video for a moment here. Um, Looks like, okay, just in case I'm missing comments, because there's been two people here for a little while, and maybe I am, um, that aren't showing here, but they were, but sometimes it seems hit and miss, but I'll open it on here too. Yeah, I mean, it was okay, but it was a bit of a, I don't know, for some reason I want to say kind of a lame show, but more so I think it's because, again, I don't remember a lot of details, but, she was kind of, as a lot of famous people are, but in the tabloids for, I'm not even sure, okay, good, before 10:30, I'm not even sure why, but, but, I think one of the things, to say this again, not in any huge depth or whatever, but is that she was a Trump supporter, I think, and obviously a lot of us aren't, American and otherwise. Um, but other than that, I'm not really sure. Um, okay, so the people that are here right now are either commenting, I'm not seeing the comments, not commenting, and they're shy for some reason, as if I'm that scary. Just kidding. No, but I do appreciate you being here, and I hope that you're enjoying listening. Because if not, there's lots of other things you could be watching which you might like more. But I mean, I'm pretty diverse and fun and laid back and kind and all that stuff, if I do say so. So, and I do apparently. So, and I think it's true. So, um, I kind of want to comment on hers, but I can't unhear that one thing that she said. I can't. I mean, if this wasn't so deep in, although I think if it maybe she's like, I've already been really chatty in a couple streams now. I just want to listen. I mean, Jody, if you're here and that's what you're thinking, just let me know that. That's fine. Um, you know, Of course, I would love to chat, but we can do that on a different day if you're one of the viewers and that's what you're feeling. Yeah, I know I kind of did allude to something from a fellow streamer before. Oh, right, I said I was going to check. Sorry, I'm sitting here looking at the main news feed and being distracted. Okay, that's her, right? And rambling a bit, but not looking to see if there's any comments that I'm not seeing. But I don't know. It's kind of an interesting topic. I'd like to open it up to TV shows in general, but there are some TV shows I don't think should be TV shows. So, I mean, you know, and if anybody is thinking, yeah, I don't think that, you should be posting on YouTube, lots of people disagree. This video isn't showing that strongly, but other videos do. And one of the people left for some reason. And, so if it's not for you, lots of stuff probably is. If it is, though, glad to have you here, We all deserve, for the most part, I would say most of us deserve. Oh, hello. Hi, Sid. How are you? How are you? I don't know what's going on with this stupid device, but, when I do the wrap-up screen, it sometimes says that there's more comments than I know were there. And it's like, okay, well, that sucks. It wasn't showing me some. And yes, it wasn't showing me there. I'm glad I came and looked because I'm familiar with you. Even if I hadn't been familiar with you, as long as you were a cool person, it would have been fine. Happy New Year, everyone. It's just me here, but thank you. This has been, I've been quiet and bored for almost the past hour, to be honest. The odds don't always help, and sometimes there's lots of people watching other people's videos, like yours, or whatever. But hey, it's all good. I'm here, but busy. What are you up to? So now I'm going to be looking at this screen, even though that's the one recording it. Also, what is the charge level? Because it does 79, not bad. So you're here, but busy. What are you busy with? Yes, Happy New Year. I think we already said that in yours, but yeah. Sorry I wasn't very present when I was watching. I have been, most of them that I've seen I have been, but I wasn't very present with you when I was watching the other one. And I said why, and hopefully you understood my comments. If there's anything you wanted to clarify that I didn't clarify, feel free to ask. And how was my day? I mean, decent, average, kind of boring, but nothing, Just remembering there was something I very, 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 very quickly wanted to do over here. Oh, so I don't trip myself on the way. Yeah, nothing too interesting or exciting, really. I'll just move it to the other chair. Oh! But, Sid, are you still there? See, my one viewer, who I'm fairly familiar with, she is here, but she said she was busy. I need someone who's here and actually wants to chat for at least another 15, 20 minutes. And then I'm honestly thinking I'm going to wrap up and do some other stuff before bed. But, yeah, so, I mean, hopefully Sid or the other person that just tuned in will say something. I don't want to give up on you. I hate that song. But anyway, no, sure we could have a lovely chat. Sid, don't forget to like as well. Like and subscribe. Oh, right, you've already done one of those. Where is that other, that rub stuff? Oh, that's it there. I'm here, yes, cooking. You're always cooking, aren't you? Thanks for the like. I think it was from you. Like done. Okay, right. Man, you are always, well, I mean, yeah, you eat 3 meals a day, and then it seems like you do some meal prep. Well, you're still preparing for 3 meals, I guess, right? But it's like you do some, and then, but you're cooking, I don't know. It seems like you're cooking more than 3 meals a day. That's what I'm saying. Maybe you cook a lot for your church or something. I don't know. Anyway, cooking for your son, but not for yourself and your husband? What's up a date? Not eating this year? No, just kidding. Wouldn't recommend that. Yeah, tomorrow. Speaking of food, I'm trying to decide whether I want to finish off a bag of muffins because we got them from a relative, so she just put them in a big baggie. There's one more. It's cranberry, which I'm not big about cranberries. I don't hate the muffins. I had muffins for a few days though. And pierogies. I'm kind of bored of both of them. Like not at the same time, but today I did have a muffin with some curry, seasoning salt, and on paneer. And it's kind of like eggs. We do actually, one of the rare times in our household that we actually do have eggs in the fridge, and I feel like they're going to be going to waste, unfortunately. But G, who I didn't say like eggs, made himself a humongous omelet the other day, and of course we also got some eggs in the too. But I don't know why they're not showing over here. But yeah, so do I want to have the muffin? Do I want to have the paneer? Do I want to have both? Although I'm probably going out for lunch tomorrow, and the thing is that it's not it would be a place that I'd feel weird bringing stuff home from. Although I might get a second burger, like I say, I'll use one coupon and I'll use the other one. I might get a second sandwich um, to bring home to have later, perhaps. I don't know if that'll work for everyone. I must remember to say no tomatoes. Um, but yeah, my mother did not get that one joke either. But because it's not like a full plate meal, so it would feel weird to say, like, can I get this to go? I mean, they ask you that initially, and it's like, and I wonder if they'll be playing Christmas music then, because 2 or 3 days ago I happened to be there. I don't go out for fast food often, but I've been having a lot of fries. Sid will know what that means. At least I think. There was one time when I did it, or when I mentioned it, and she's like, what is that? It's like, you don't remember? Tune in to my next live. I've got to do, and I think she's seen me do that at least once, maybe twice. Anyway, it hasn't gotten old. But yeah, so basically, I don't think I'm going to bring the stuff home. Therefore, I want to make sure that I have the appetite to eat it there. Except for the one that like this separate order. So I don't think I should have two things, even though neither is hugely filling. And I'm going out kind of not super late either, but past breakfast. So yeah, and sometimes I don't even really have much breakfast. I don't really not a big fan of a lot of breakfast food in some ways. But yeah, so I don't know. The other option was just going to be pizza, but I think I might save that for lunch. Oh no, that'll be lunch, right? Yeah, so I could have that for breakfast, and then because pizza's one of those foods, right? And then still working on spaghetti, and I'm not sure what else for dinner. So yeah, so Sid, you're the only one actually really chatting, although there's two people listening. Don't know why the other person's being so shy. Again, as long as you're enjoying this and thinking, positive things about me and what you're hearing, then that's cool. But if you're sitting here with all kinds of judgments, like there's other videos you can watch where you might enjoy what you're watching. I don't know why this wouldn't be it, because it's pretty fascinating, if I do say so myself. No, I'm just kidding. No, because I'm pretty cool and rad. I think anyway. Other people seem to think so. So, but yeah. And you're still here, so I'm going to guess you're thinking so as well. And I appreciate it. And if you're not, what would help you to think so? I mean, I'm a people pleaser. I mean, within reason. I'm here to make it an enjoyable experience. And if there's something you'd like me to talk about or do or sing, I can try and do that. But I am going to wrap up for the night shortly. But yeah, within reason for the most part, but different people might mean different things when they say that. So, So yeah, Sid, if you're able to chat a little bit more with me, that would be great. I'm only asking for like 15 minutes more of your time. Um, Because, yeah. G has to be up early for work tomorrow to go back for Friday. It's off today and half of New Year's Eve, and then be off for the weekend. So I usually am up early too on those days. It's darker in the morning, but it's starting to get brighter. And since I have my plan, I don't have a lot that I need to do. But I kind of said, didn't I? Nothing. It's a great question. You're always looking for ideas, although you seem to get them pretty easily. And you're curious. I must admit, I don't make the fanciest stuff, which I thought I've mentioned to you before, but maybe I haven't. I'm a bit of a picky eater, kind of, sort of. Um, it's Some people would say that it has to do with the autism spectrum. They apparently are kind of picky eaters. I didn't used to be. I mean, a couple ones that have annoyed me recently. Cheese whiz in spaghetti is still good as long as you don't put too much. I mostly think that. Parmesan cheese, though, on the other hand, I haven't liked it. Maybe on pizza, but no, I think I tried that too recently, and it's like, but it also could be the pizza. Like I say, frozen, from the freezer as opposed to uh, fresh made from a restaurant. There is a difference, and other people have said that too. So, but I do a lot of carbs. I don't do seafood. I do very, very little meat. Uh, you know, um, Basically, I've had to start taking vitamins, which I don't mind. I mean, they're a bit like a pill, which kind of annoys me, but and I literally haven't been at it for that long, like, trying to be consistent, but because, it is true that when you're pickier and you don't eat as much, your body can become, what's the word? And I mentioned a couple of health conditions. I have them a little bit. What's the word? Deficient, I think, of certain things. But I really don't have much interest in seafood. I really just don't. Um, like tomorrow's going to be a bit of an exception. I don't think too many people are going to see this far in, so I won't do the vegan speech. But, I'm not anti-vegan. I understand it a little bit. But yeah, so, yeah, but what's really weird is saying all that, I don't really eat that many vegetables either. But I do. I do eat them. And I've been trying to get back into eating them more because, yeah, as much as I can get in food form is probably the best, even if it's, canned vegetables, right? So that's not really a great question for me. It's going to pretty much be that answer all the time. If I have something really good, you might happen to be watching when I say, I actually had something I don't have very often today, and it was really good. I can't stop talking about it and thinking about it and wanting it more, but, but, yeah. Next question. Trying to remember what I saw you cook. I really wasn't paying attention. Like I usually am. I really wasn't. Sorry about that. Lots of other people were though, so. But yeah, it's really quiet in here. Like I say, Sid, there's one other person watching. And like I say, if you're just not feeling chatty today, maybe don't watch the other person because that's what I'm about. That's what I'm here for, is to chat. Um, but I will be wrapping up soon. Remember this year to do good things for yourself and for other people. Make people feel good. Make people feel appreciated and loved, and be curious about them. Try and get to know them. You might find out you actually like them. And it's interesting. In today's society, that word like usually does mean romantically. But, and maybe that too, but at least in a friendship way, you might, likely find that you will. So, I'm not going to toot my bugle, but you're welcome to toot it for me. But and if you're commenting, I'm really sorry I'm not seeing them. Like I am finally seeing that Sid is here, uh, and I'm seeing most of her, probably all of her comments. I should actually make you a mod, eh? You're a mod on mine. You know, I'm pretty relaxed with things. I'm pretty freestyle. You know, don't answer anything on my behalf, just in case it's not the answer I'd give or be comfortable giving. But it's more so to put people on timeout if need be while I'm doing music so I can focus on doing music. She will be downstairs to play piano soon. And I know you're really into the hymn music. I'm wondering what else you like as well. But I do know some. So if you have a request, let me know. But he's going to be down here soon. Maybe in the next 10 or 15 minutes. And I don't want him to think about our old church because that's awkward. Nope, not really. Just to bring the recycling out. Like I say, I didn't do anything all that interesting today. And honestly, I don't go out and about that often, really. Hopefully we're going to be making some money soon, but, you know, not just Christmas. It's been expensive lately. I mean, everything's going up in price, right? But it's just, so it's not a lot of money. I don't drive. Our transit system sucks. Cabin can be expensive and sometimes a little iffy. So, yeah, I mean, I often don't go out. In the summer, it's a little bit different. You know, there's some festivals. It's just nicer. I might go for a bike ride. I have to repair my bike, actually. And then, you know, I spend a lot of time on the deck in the nicer weather. But now that I'm thinking about it, I'm kind of missing it. Like, you know, it's nice to have the snow during Christmas, and I, you know, don't mind winter somewhat, but our winters are too wintry, and I'm not really. It's weird that you're cooking. You always cook so late, but at least I'm surprised you're not live streaming your cooking. But hey, at least that means you're here, so that's the main thing. But can't live stream at all, right? I know. Believe me, I've tried to live stream my whole life. No, I was kidding. Well, not really, but lately a bit more so. But anyway, okay, it just did that weird thing, but I know that it will all end up being fine. It was very brief. But yeah, so now that I'm thinking about it, well, I mean, I've been thinking about the summer festival a little bit already, but now that I'm thinking about that other stuff, I'm kind of craving it, so thanks. How about you, by the way? Did you go anywhere? I'm sure you live a more exciting life than me. Man, I sound so boring. I don't know who's older, but not that that means anything, but I live myself at some point today. Am I working tomorrow? So I guess you didn't realize about me. I'm unemployed. I'm kind of self-employed, but it's very sporadically and slow. I'm on disability for some things that are not necessarily obvious. I know I've talked about a couple of my health issues. I've got a few other things that I deal with as well on the daily, unfortunately, or most days. So, yeah, I would love to be doing something, you know, more purposeful out and about. I would love to be able to find something accessible that I don't need a bunch of different degrees for, and yeah, but it's, yeah, not come easily. So literally freelance, a lot of it, you know. Um, um, into the healing, the music recovery. You know what else I'm also confused about? Like, I do get job emails sometimes. Not as much as I used to seem to, for some reason. But like, and we're in the winter, right? And it's, I mean, a lot of the stuff is either not at all of interest, or wouldn't be qualified for it. But they're sending things about summer jobs in the winter. Can't make sense of that, but okay. A lot of times I've never heard of the website or the company. I think I've heard of Menards. I don't know what they do. And then no Talentify. I think that's how you say it, so maybe it is a real thing, or I've just heard of it. Tripago I have heard of. I thought it was a travel website, though. Anyway. But that's the summer one, and it sounds very techy. All of these do, and that's for Indigenous people, which I'm not. Intern, co-op, so seeing this really hasn't really impacted me that much. Intern, that would be nice. Co-op, I don't know the difference. This one says summer, fall, winter start. But it says 2027. That's odd. And one's a pharmacy. It is an intern. Again, not sure about the website. We don't live that close to any of those locations. Not Trigger. And pharmacy, I mean, again, if people need to take the meds and they don't have side effects and they work for them, great. But I'm not really one to be into that kind of thing. Now, to the two people watching, and the one is, like I say, really still confusing me because they haven't weighed in at all. Not even a hi, happy new year, please? That'd be nice. You know? I don't know. Boston Trolls would usually say something. If you're wondering what I'm doing, by the way, I'm just putting some muscle rub on. But I'm also getting closer to wrapping up for the night, so. I might keep it rolling for a little bit to hear G, but that's probably when it would pick up. You know? I mean, well, there's been a little bit. I guess it's true, but that's probably when like 7 people were tuning in, and it's like, we have an early morning-ish, kind of, and it's like, we can't just stay and entertain you all night, you know, and then they'll be like, oh, he's so great, he's so lovely, and he is great, and he is lovely, but so am I, you know. So where's my, you know, I shouldn't complain, though, because sometimes it's more chatty, more busy in the chat than it is now, so. I like how you short form tomorrow to Tomo. No, this homo don't work, Tomo. Not quite homo, but I'm not quite not either, so. You knew that already, I think, though, eh? Anyway. And now your son and husband do too. Ballistic. Oh, not ballistic, but. So what's going on there for you right now? Is your son distracting you? Is your husband distracting you? What are you making? What are you thinking? And why aren't you streaming while you're cooking? I mean, again, I'm glad you're here. I said, I'm surprised I didn't get this on it. I think not using it, even if it's going to go a bit better. Let's open this one. Are you working, Tomo, by the way? To add another question into it? Still says there's 2 here, so you've got to be one of them. And if so, what time of day? I believe it's 10 o'clock for both of us right now. And I'm so glad it's almost bedtime. I just hope that my symptoms won't be too distracting. Mostly looking forward to tomorrow. You know, I miss someone who, at one point in time, I had a fallout with. I will be with. And, mixy. And it could have been today. It almost was today. But, likely be tomorrow. And, yeah, she doesn't like the place, but she does it at the Broadway Breakfast Island. which hopefully we'll be able to get with the meal deal from that other one. Or we can get the two, not that it was necessarily a specialty one, but maybe we can get that with that other one I noticed on the front, but I don't know what it corresponds with on the inside. Although it might be what I got the other time when I was there. Um, back when I used to go to fast food a lot more, McDonald's has a uh, chicken sandwich that's not like a huge piece, and that's what I would prefer. I think crunchy is great, but I don't need the huge piece. Um, you know, one because my appetite varies, but two, it's too much. You know, of that kind for that kind of thing for me anyway. Yeah, and as far as that other thing that me and G were looking at earlier, it would have been nice if we'd made a bit more progress. We do have the weekend coming up. We did make some. That's the main thing. I'd rather see my mind. I never know what to expect on this. I never know what to expect on mine too, but at least I'm leading the show. But yeah. But you know what? The comments can help lead it almost just as much, as far as I would say. He was very quick to get back to that first email, but yeah, that's why I'm live really often. Is it's just kind of in a slow stuck spot in life. When I get some work opportunities, it's great. When I don't, it's boring. You know, and I get feelings like indecisive, or just feel like I want to have some company, or talk about a topic, or do music. Sid, hello, hello. But yeah, so basically, I asked a few questions, I believe, of you, and answered some of yours. But maybe you said, like, okay, you answered my question. I don't need to say anything else then. But I did say something kind of interesting in one of my videos, though, the other day, and we noticed it. When I said, often when I hear um, something to the effect of, let's talk, uh, I mean, sure, it could just mean random shooting the breeze, so to speak. Uh, but often I look at it as need help. Need help and want to give help. Both. Both. But I mean, and I don't use those lines as much as I used to, but I still do sometimes. And I'm getting to know the YouTube community a lot more than I ever knew. And it probably is, YouTube live chats has probably been a thing forever. Sid, can you let me know that you're still here and what you're thinking as I'm rambling here, please? But yeah, now I don't remember what I was saying just before the YouTube live chat thing. There was something else. I can't remember what, but oh, I just realized I have it on top chat, which didn't seem to be necessarily hiding anything, but let me. Nope. Schedule put in. Well, not yet, but hmm. And to the second person, I mean, maybe you get to my comments. Maybe you're just tired. Like if you're putting them, I ain't seeing them. I don't know why, but I am seeing some of Sid's though. So I'm still here. We'll leave you. We'll leave when you leave. Okay. Thanks for letting me know. Yeah, it's not going to be too much longer from now. But any other thoughts on what I've been saying? And do you remember what I was saying right before I mentioned live chat? Oh, G's already down. Well, I'll let him play some piano and yeah. Oh, something about blah blah. Use those lines, but hoping to need to use them, and not a lot lately for some reasons, and also just struggling to articulate anymore, or I don't know. But yeah, hopefully you won't do as much of that. Now, do you want me to keep rolling while you? Well, I mean, I guess you'd probably feel like we'd think you were silly if you said no. So I'll let you hear one or two of the songs from G, and then I'm gonna wrap up. But I am glad I came and looked on the computer because yeah, I ain't seeing I ain't seeing any of yours on here. It's weird. I'm so glad you made it down, though. It's been, I mean, at least I have a bit of company, but for a while I didn't, and it's been a long night. And of course, I mostly try to keep the momentum going, but I did rest for a bit, but too bad my throat isn't sore.
Is there somebody there now?
Yep.
Hello.
Hey, you're dropping
Oopsie.
stuff on things. That African cooking lady.
Huh?
Actually, I'm bad at geography. I don't know if she would be considered African or not because
What country?
she's, she's not in that country, but Cameroonian. I know a lot of people say, and maybe they're right, that Nigeria is in Africa, but I mean, black, I always seen a black one, but it's okay.
Cameroon.
Don't matter to me.
Africa. I believe one of my coworkers, I forget which one, is from Cameroon.
I always think macaroon. She didn't know about the Macarena. Ding, 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 ding. I don't want to do the. Look it up.
Probably don't know about the sort of dances that they have in Cameroon.
Well, the Congo? Is that from there? Or is that from the Congo?
I think that would probably be from the Congo, but that's
Macaroon, Cameroon, Maroon 5. Sorry. Maroon 6. Anyway, I'm just playing around. So, do you work Tomo Sid?
Yeah, regular time.
I wasn't asking you. Is your name Sid? Sorry. Regular time, regular place? Regular look upon your face? So you start throwing the bags around,
Oh, now you're talking to me.
then you start laughing like a clown? Well, maybe she throws bags around too. I don't know. She is a nurse. Just kidding. I don't know what that means. Bags of bedding and clothing.
Goodness.
Taking a while for that answer to come in. You either work tomorrow or you don't. Like,
Oh, didn't I say I work tomorrow?
not you. I didn't say Sid, but I meant it. But what do you call it? But for some reason, I think she's cooking late night, and who knows what else she's doing. So slightly distracted. But does that mean we should deprive her from the piano? I don't know. If we give it to her, we might have to pull her away from it. Might not be able to might not let us leave it. Yeah, there's not very much in this. I need to find one of them blue things. How do we do the thing over there? Yeah, trying to get the last little bit out of those. Well, I guess we'll find out tomorrow. You know, it's nice that you do tune in when you're at work, but I know that and I mean, it's cool if your coworkers, people around you like and want to subscribe. You can help them do so, I suppose. So therefore, I say do it if you are. I don't know why you're kind of not saying, but because but I was initially going to say, you know, you can't really focus well enough, and if it's quiet like this, and I'm relying on the chatting, and you're unable to do it, then but you know, there's a part of me that, you know, and I'm glad that you let me know that it's you watching. Still not sure about the second person here, and I'm glad that you say when you might not be able to chat very much. It is true, but it's like when it's really quiet, it's like, oh, she was here but you can't chat. But, and if you're not working tomorrow and you're able to tune in later in the afternoon or early in the morning maybe, not early, but early-ish, then, yeah, I guess I'll find out. I'll find out when you find out, apparently. And this says 23, but that's not right. It also says 2 or 3. Maybe that's a sign to wrap up. They're like, darn, just as the piano started, the best part. Just kidding. Okay, I'm going to wrap up because that second viewer is really making me wonder what's going through your head. Sid, you're busy and should probably get to bed. I'm tired and we'll do the same soon. Oh, is he playing piano now? Yes, can't you hear it? You've actually seen him, right? Or have you just heard him? I think you've actually seen him. Is he playing piano now? It's like, yeah, don't you hear it? Wake up! Then go to bed. I don't know, maybe you meant, is it somebody else playing, or is it just a recording? Oh, baby. What is this? I have to reach between my legs and I pull out the pillow. The pillow. You know, I say I don't recognize the classical songs that won't get stuck in my head before bed. I guess I am familiar with some of them. It means I pay attention when he plays something. Why not, though, right? I could use it that's right. You've heard me do music a bit, but I don't think you've heard me at my best. One time you tuned in, I was playing something on guitar. I don't remember what it was. But hopefully before long you will. So start thinking up lots of different song ideas for me. Various genres and styles for the most part. Get me playing in the next couple of days. I would sure appreciate it. Get me playing and get you swaying, doing the fry dance. Just kidding. Oh, that's actually kind of a good exercise, but I'm almost throwing my back out. Oh, wait, there it was up. Anyway, wrap up I should. Thanks for being here at least a little bit. Thanks for the like. Thanks for this. I'll just pick my nose every time I say thanks. Just kidding. Not saying a whole lot on the piano playing. If you didn't see the New Year's streams, New Year's Eve streams, feel free to check them out. Until you catch me again on the live. I'll be alive when I'm on the live. But I might be half dead inside. Because sometimes I am. Glad you didn't hear that. I don't even know if you did. Did you? Did you, Sid? Did you? Okay, I don't want to talk so much when I do anything. It's like, I think I've been rolling for an hour and I guess I thought it was 150, but now it says 27, so I'm not really sure. Love the sound. That sound would be the piano. Yeah, thanks. NG's knee acting up, apparently. Oh, doodle-doodle, doodle-doodle, doodle-doodle. Try a song about it. Maybe if you exercised your feet by playing the piano with your feet.
Huh?
Huh?
And yes, the shoes are uncomfortable possibly, but then there's such things that.
I see tweeds and they are green.
Yes, you do.
Is that he?
Uh-huh.
Who? He? Ha? Ha who he? Hey Sid, I'm gonna make you look at the screen for a moment to tell me. And then I do have a bit of a topic idea for probably tomorrow, but I'll keep it a surprise. Just tune in either in the, like I said, what's handy is we are both the same time zone, even though we might not be the same time zone, but we are the same time. Have you ever seen this movie? Hope I can show it in here. Yeah, just in case it's not good. I'm not allowed it. I won't be able. But I'll let you comment. I gotta wrap up. Have a good night. Get a good sleep. Take care.